Have you ever heard of a queen who led armies into battle, outsmarted European colonial powers for decades, and became a symbol of resistance for her people? Today, we're diving into the incredible life of Nzinga Mbandi, the legendary queen of Ndongo and Matamba. Her story isn't just history, it's a masterclass in leadership, diplomacy, and unwavering courage. Born in 1583 in the kingdom of Ndongo, in what is now modern-day Angola, Nzinga entered a world in turmoil. The Portuguese had arrived, and their insatiable demand for enslaved people was tearing the region apart. From a young age, Nzinga was different. Her name, Nzinga, is said to come from the word kujinga, meaning to twist or turn, because she was born with her umbilical cord wrapped around her neck, a sign, the elders believed, of a proud and difficult person. Her father, the king, recognized her sharp intellect and fierce spirit. Unlike other girls, she received military training, learned to wield an axe, and accompanied her father in political and military affairs. She wasn't just observing, she was learning the art of statecraft from the ground up. This early education would prove crucial in the battles to come. When her brother, Ndongo Mbandi, became king, the situation with the Portuguese grew even more dire. The kingdom was weakening under constant raids and political pressure. Realizing his own diplomatic efforts were failing, he did something unprecedented. He sent his sister, Nzinga, to negotiate a peace treaty with the Portuguese governor in Luanda in 1622. This is where one of the most famous stories about Nzinga unfolds. Upon arriving for the negotiation, she found that the Portuguese governor, João Correia de Sousa, had arranged the room to assert his dominance. He sat on an ornate chair, while only a floor mat was provided for Nzinga, an insulting gesture meant to treat her as a subordinate. But Nzinga was not a woman to be intimidated. Without missing a beat, she signaled to one of her servants, who immediately knelt on all fours, creating a human chair for Nzinga to sit on. She sat at eye level with the governor, instantly turning his power play on its head and establishing herself as an equal. The message was clear: she was not a vassal to be commanded, but a queen to be negotiated with. Throughout the talks, she demonstrated her incredible skill as a diplomat. She spoke Portuguese fluently and was a master of negotiation. She managed to secure a peace treaty, promising to stop Portuguese slave raids in exchange for their help in driving out rival African warlords. As a sign of good faith, she even agreed to be baptized, taking the Christian name Ana de Sousa. However, the peace was short-lived. The Portuguese betrayed the treaty, continuing their aggressive expansion. Nzinga's world was turned upside down again when her brother died under mysterious circumstances. Many suspected he took his own life, despondent over his inability to protect his kingdom. But some historical accounts suggest Nzinga may have had a hand in his death to clear her path to the throne. While we can't know for sure, what is certain is that in 1624, Nzinga seized power, becoming Queen of Ndongo. Her rule began with immense challenges. The Portuguese refused to recognize her as a legitimate ruler, and many within her own kingdom, the Ndongo nobility, opposed a female leader. Undeterred, Nzinga proved her right to rule not with words, but with action. She was a brilliant military strategist, and she decided to fight fire with fire. For the next 4 decades, Queen Nzinga led a relentless war of resistance against the Portuguese. She was a true warrior queen, often leading her troops into battle herself, well into her 60s. She understood that she couldn't fight the Portuguese alone. In a brilliant strategic move, she forged an alliance with the Dutch, who were rivals of the Portuguese. When the Portuguese eventually forced her out of Ndongo, she didn't surrender. Instead, she led her followers on a long march eastward and conquered the nearby kingdom of Matamba. Here, she established a new power base. Matamba became a haven for those escaping the Portuguese and the horrors of the slave trade. Nzinga turned it into a formidable commercial state, controlling the trade routes and making her kingdom a major regional power. She was incredibly adaptable. She welcomed former soldiers and those who had escaped enslavement into her army, bolstering her forces. She famously adopted certain male customs, keeping a harem of men dressed as women, whom she called her husbands. This was likely a political move to solidify her authority in a patriarchal world, blurring gender lines to reinforce her position as king rather than just queen. As she grew older, her tactics shifted once more from pure warfare back to diplomacy. In the late 1650s, she once again negotiated a treaty with the Portuguese. This time, it was a treaty that recognized her as the rightful ruler of Matamba and secured her kingdom's independence, finally bringing a fragile peace to her land. Queen Nzinga ruled until her death at the age of 80, in 1663. She died peacefully in her bed, a remarkable end for a woman who spent most of her life on the battlefield. She left behind a powerful legacy, a stable, independent kingdom that would resist European control for many more years. Today, Queen Nzinga Mbandi is remembered as a national hero in Angola and a symbol of resistance against colonialism across Africa. Her story is a testament to the power of one individual to defy an empire. She was a diplomat, a warrior, a brilliant strategist, and a queen who dedicated her entire life to the freedom of her people. Her legacy challenges us to remember the powerful African leaders who fought fiercely against the tide of colonialism. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the life of the incredible Queen Nzinga. If you found this story as inspiring as I do, please hit that like button, and subscribe for more stories of historical figures who changed the world. Let me know in the comments what you think of Queen Nzinga's story. See you in the next video.